Right now, if we combine both regions, East and West, and look at the NCAA collectively, I'm sitting at 22nd in the NCAA, and that's with me not emptying the tank yet. I still have more in me, still have more to go, still have faster times to run. And in our region, I believe I'm sitting at 13th or 14th. I'm not too sure. And it's only the top 12. And like I said, I haven't emptied the tank yet. I haven't ran my fastest yet. So, and my confidence level is always at a high because I know what I'm able to do. And I know when like it matters the most, that's when I'm going to go out there and show that I can hang with the best of them. So I would say going into Wednesday and Friday, going into Wednesday and Friday, I'm ready for it.
And
I would say when we say times don't really matter, it's just because, or for example, at Big 12 outdoor, I was fifth in the conference.
Yeah.
If you had to pick, like if you would ask like a person who would let's go off like what's on the paper, who would you win? They would have never picked me to win. And then you have a guy that ran 13-7, and he would have been the guy you picked to win. But you can run 1370 like I did one time and never run it again. So when we say like times don't really matter, it's like, yeah, you can run that fast, but when you line up, like when we all line up together, you're gonna have to show me that you can do it again and beat me. But as a collective, I really don't go out here chasing times now. Cause it's like it seems like in my opinion, when you go out there chasing the time, that's when you are not focusing on the task at hand, and that's executing your race to the best of your ability. So I would say I'm not really too much about chasing the time. Of course, you got to run fast, and we like it's and now with these meets, it's either you run fast or you don't move on. But I would say I just want to be able, like, if I execute my race plan and execute everything that I need to do to have a successful race, the time is going to be there. I mean, it's always a blessing and a great feeling being able to go out there and win like individual championships. But at some point, I've been chasing a team championship in a ring since I started competing at a high level. So I wouldn't say that individual titles don't mean as much to me, but ultimately, I just want to get a team title. I would say I was more surprised indoor because of how the time frames. Transfer. I got here in January. I missed the first two meets, if I'm not mistaken. The first two indoor meets. My first indoor meet, I ran the slowest time that I've ever ran since I've been in college, from like my freshman year to my junior year, which is this year. And I hurt my hip flexor in that meet as well. So, given that I had a week, maybe 3 weeks total of training leading up to the Big 12 championship. So going into that indoor, I wasn't really trying to, or I wouldn't say I wasn't trying to win, but I wasn't really expecting me to go out there and just win. Like I knew it would, if I didn't win, I wasn't gonna be disappointed, and if I did win, it was like okay. And going out there and prelims, I ran 794, and I was kind of getting back my feet wet again, and I was like okay. So that right there, that prelim race boosted that confidence. And then it was just like, okay, everything else that I was thinking before, I threw it away. And I was just like, now I'm going out here to compete to win. And that's what we did. Well, ideally, we were supposed to run a all hurdles 4x4. I mean, not 4x4, 4x1. And one of the guys got hurt that week. So we weren't able to do it. But we really have. It's not something that we really talk much about, but I'm sure like if it came down to it, and they were like Deshaun, or if, like one of the guys that's on the original 4x4. I mean, I keep saying 4x4. I'm sorry. 4x1 went down. I believe they might throw me on there. I'm not sure. I mean, if they throw me on there, I'm ready.